Hi Capricorns, how we doing today? I hope all is well. All right, we're going to be doing your weekly from June 29th to July 5th. I don't know why I can't have that date memorized. We're using the Elemental Oracle. All right, and let's see what's going on. If you're new here, welcome in. All right. All of my cards want to shuffle out of my hand, so bear with me and give me one moment. Plus, I'm being blinded by the light, so that's not really that much fun. So I hope you guys are having a good summer so far. All right. We have rain. It's the same as Leo's coming out. Rain. Fluidity. So maybe we are kind of embracing our emotions at this time, or we're just getting out to do things, being a little bit more fluid. We have music on the bottom. It's about joy. So maybe we're seeing the joy out in the world. So I feel like with this rain, it's also a really good energy to just kind of flow with whatever is going on, you know, and express that joy that you have going on in your life. I don't know if you guys can see these really super well, but definitely a really, really good energy. You know, it's kind of like a free-flowing type of energy. All right, let's see what Tarot's going to tell you guys. Right, what do we have for the beautiful Capricorns? All right, what do we have for this beautiful Capricorn? All right. What do we have? We got 10 of Cups coming out. So you might be enjoying time with family, friends, enjoying the moment, living life. We got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords in this particular deck is beating, beating the drum. Oh man, what is that saying? I don't know that saying. If you know that saying, please comment below. But I think you'll know what it is. But it's kind of like going out, living life, having fun, spending time with family, you know. I don't feel boundaries being set, but I feel like maybe you're setting boundaries with the fact that, like, maybe this is about you setting boundaries with yourself to go out and have a little bit of fun. You know, maybe you're turning music on, learning how to dance, because she's dancing in this card. I think there's, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little cello in the background. And a moon. So it's kind of like, what's that song? Dancing Under the Moonlight? I don't know the lyrics, but that just popped in my head. So maybe a song to look up. You know, maybe you've been fighting with indecision a little bit lately. You know, maybe you've had too many options going on and been a little guarded lately, and it's time for you to start going with the flow a little bit more. Kind of find your happy space. Focus on the things that matter with that Six of Cups. You know, this could be a little nostalgia coming back to you. 10 of Pentacles coming out for a lot of signs. And the Ace of Swords. I really like this. You know, I feel like maybe you're starting to, end whatever karmic cycles that you've been kind of fighting with lately. And it's starting to walk away from it. It's like focusing on moving in your own direction type of energy. You know, this could be a new lover situation coming in too. So I definitely like it though. I feel like whatever fluid motion you're moving into is kind of like feeding and fueling the things around you. And that's your happiness, your joy, your ambition, your drive. You may not know kind of like where it's going or what direction it's headed in, but whatever it is to you, it feels really solid. And you're just going to keep pointing that arrow and taking aim with that Ace of Swords right there. I normally read that as like my aha or my epiphany moment, but I really feel like it's just taking aim and taking that shot when it comes to something. You know, definitely quick, solid movement into something that you want with that Knight of Wands there. And a lot of it has to do about being joyful and being grateful and enjoying life and doing the things that make you happy and that you want to go have fun with. So I really, really like this for you, but definitely a good time to be fluid. Keep watering whatever garden you have going on. I like that because this rain is just watering these beautiful flowers behind her. It's very a feminine type energy. So whether you're male or female, I feel like you're just kind of in that feminine type energy of just enjoying life. Maybe you got the speakers on and you're out just dancing. Dancing in the Rain is still stuck in my head. I'm going to have to listen to that song. Focus on family time, having a little bit of fun. You still got a little bit of discipline going on. And I feel like this is also you being very stern with where you give your energy. Still a little undecided about something. I'm not really quite sure what you're undecided about. I don't feel like it's about having fun or joy or pleasure, but maybe like undecided about where you're going to grow, what you're building. And I feel like whatever you're doing, you're just going to take aim. I feel like this has been some kind of a judgment call that you've been having in a long time. So definitely working through an uphill with emotional battles at the time, but embracing the unknown. It's kind of like, I'm going to walk towards what I want. I'm going to leave the rest behind and I'm going to take this leap, whatever that is. And I feel like kind of whatever that rain energy is, or whatever you're allowing to flow, whatever you're watering to grow, the more time you spend in a joyous occasion, the more it kind of comes back. So I feel like that's what you're really focused on, is the happiness in your life, but that there has to be some solid structured schedule. You might not know what that schedule is quite yet, and that's okay. Like, you'll get there. But you're definitely focused on solid foundations and where to take your shots at. I know that's going to come out weird, but that's fine. All right. It's definitely some kind of judgment call. And I feel like this is like maybe that kind of like little teetering leftover emotion that you're trying to push through. And, you're not quite there, but you might be a little fearful into walking the unknown, but I feel like you're embracing it all at the same time, especially with this 8 of Cups and the Fool. It's like, I'm just going to keep going. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to keep going. My ships are out there. It just takes some communication and some movement forward. So I really, really like this. I feel like this might be a soulmate journey for you. Or this might just be your own internal journey with that 4 of Swords. So I definitely like it. It's a really, really beautiful energy. So I feel like your advice for right now is just kind of leave it up to the higher power. Keep working through those emotions. There's nothing really to regret at the moment. And embrace the unknown. It just takes one message. It just takes one shot. All right, that's what I have for you, lovely Capricorns. I feel like it's going to be super short, super sweet, but that's what I got. Have a good day.